here's some of the promotional video hiding in plain view. Country. In closing, let's look at some of these patches, Joe.
All right, so some of the video right here you're going to see is pretty disturbing. Actual big army out here training to put people into FEMA camps, essentially. You will have them taking them into custody, detaining them, and handing them over to police to be held. So right here we have a 3rd Infantry Division patch. You'll also see a 1st Armored Division, which is out of El Paso, Texas. And then you'll see a 1st Cavalry Division patch as well. Helicopters coming in, soldiers. It looks fine and dandy. Then you got the concertina wire right here.
And this stuff is pretty nasty, I can tell you that right now. Now these barbs are not particularly sharp. I mean, they're pointy and sharp, but when you're moving at a high rate of speed and there's so many of them, you can really get caught up in this stuff and it can cause some serious damage. Really great for slowing people down, or just in dissuading people from going a certain direction. So this here is pretty nasty just by itself in a single roll. You can see it's fairly tall just by itself. Now when you take this and you bounce it out, what I mean by bounce it out is these get kind of bound up, and so when you're bouncing them out, you wear a good pair of gloves that's not going to get pierced by this stuff, and you kind of bounce them as you pull them apart. 2 people will bounce it and pull it apart. And when you bounce these out, they're fairly long. You put 2 of them side by side, and now you got a real wide barrier. And if you want even more protection, you could take a 3rd roll and toss it on top, kind of like a pyramid. So you'd have 3 of them. And then what you would want to do is you could actually pound down a fence stake if you really wanted to make this good. And I'll go ahead and roll in some pictures here from my Sapper's Handbook, and we'll take a closer look at employment of the concertina wire. Alright, so now we're taking a look at the Sapper's Handbook here, and this is what I was issued when I was in the Sapper's School. And as I'll show you here in a second, some of this stuff is pulled directly out of the Engineering Field Data book, which is used by the Army and the Marine Corps. This edition is from July of 25. So let's take a quick look here at the triple strand concertina wire, which is what I was talking about earlier. So looking at it from the end, you can see that if you pound a stake down through the center of your first row, this you would start with your enemy side row first, and then you pound another stake down through the friendly side, and then throw another one on top. That gives you a heck of an obstruction for foot and vehicle traffic. Now vehicle traffic of course is going to blow right through this, but it'll get tangled up in there and mess it all up, which is kind of the point of this actually. You can see that 11 rows or maybe more of concertina wire staked in, and this makes an excellent vehicle barrier. It's going to slow down and mess up any vehicle, even a tank. I've seen tanks pick this stuff up and get all caught up in its wheels and tracks, and I've seen it stop tanks before, so it's an excellent kind of material. Now I know what you're saying, for most of you city folks you can't imagine a use for concertina wire, but I don't particularly think that I'm ever going to stay in a city all that long, and it can't really hurt to have some of this stuff laying around. But it's good stuff to have. Concertina wire is pretty awesome, and it's definitely something to be not messed with. If you see it, you don't really want to try to go through it, normally because it's intended to slow you down enough so that they can shoot you. So it's
soldier, white guy, actually fighting an African American citizen, getting her, trying to detain her until the cops can come and put her in a camp. And there you go. This is what's happening right now in our backyard every day.
And then as you watch longer, they're all black. Look, you got black guys right there.
Yeah, they're the only ones that flip over cars and go and riot, apparently.
Then they burn it.
These centers are popping up everywhere right now. The one that we saw in Virginia. There's the Marine base one now that looks more like a rural suburbia kind with the churches and all that as well. And now we have this. This is even more in depth. This is completely mind-blowing. It gives me chills watching this to see the lengths they're going to, the training they have that they're going through to bring this to our country on our streets.
We're going to continue to follow this tomorrow on the